This is one thing that I get asked about all the time, which is how do I actually use Claude, Cowork to write and draft my newsletters and put them all together. So I'm just going to show you. Real quick, if we haven't met, I'm Jessica and I help authors over 40 use AI to write and publish faster without losing their voice. If that sounds like your world, do me a favor and tap like, hit subscribe. It's free and it tells YouTube to send more writers like you to me. Okay, I'm going to start sharing my screen. Come on, look over my shoulder and watch how this actually works. I'm going to walk you through how to connect MailerLite to your Claude. So the first thing, this is Claude Cowork, so that's where you want to be. You're going to go to the little suitcase, which is your customize. You're going to click on customize. You're going to go into connectors, which is down here. They've just updated this again. We are going to browse connectors to add a connector. So we're going to go in here to browse connectors. We're going to type in mailer. It's right here. So we're going to grab that. I disconnected it specifically so I could show you guys how to connect it. So we go here and we click on connect. It's going to ask to grant access to MailerLite. So I'm going to go, here is my dashboard, going to click into that so that that is the very last thing that I have been doing. I'm going to relaunch the tab. So now it will pull up. Now it is requesting access. So you just hit approve. We are going into our request. It's saying server permissions, you authorize it. And it is connected. So we're going to go back and we are now granted access to MailerLite. So it says right up here in the corner, connected to MailerLite. So that is really all you have to do. Claude takes care of it. You just have to make sure that you are connected that way. Now, once I am connected into MailerLite, that is where I go into projects and I have here my newsletter hub in my Cowork, in my projects under Cowork. He's got instructions just like a regular project. He's got all of the instructions for what to do. And we have a scheduled task within this project, which is one of the things that you can do in the Cowork projects is you can schedule tasks to be done. And so we've got this newsletter, overnight newsletter operations. If you click in there, you can see what the task is, how many times it's actually run. I have it running daily right now so that it can check for everything, and then it goes into the working folder. And the working folder is this right inside my computer. And so it's inside my computer under Clark Publishing House, and there's my newsletter hub and all of the different things that it's been doing. So it's grabbing the swaps, it's grabbing and so you're looking at my Claude right now. This is my newsletter hub. I have a whole newsletter hub that I work in Cowork. This is my Cowork, and this is a project within Cowork. So I've created this newsletter hub. He's got instructions just like a regular project. He's got all of the instructions for what to do. And we have a scheduled task within this project, which is one of the things that you can do in the Cowork projects is you can schedule tasks to be done. And so we've got this newsletter, overnight newsletter operations. If you click in there, you can see what the task is, how many times it's actually run. I have it running daily right now so that it can check for everything, and then it goes into the working folder. And the working folder is this right inside my computer. And so it's inside my computer under Clark Publishing House, and there's my newsletter hub and all of the different things that it's been doing. So it's grabbing the swaps, it's grabbing the link. This is the link tracker that it created. So this is what Claude created for us to do the entire newsletter swap. So this is the status of what he's done with it. This is the tier that it's in as far as which newsletter it's going into. We've got those listed here. And looks like here we're going to need those Amazon links. He didn't have a chance to grab them, but he did find the swaps themselves. And so everything's kind of in here. He created all of this. He updated this entire tracker himself. So like a good boy, he has taken care of these issues for me so far. So we're quite happy with that. So Again, this is in project. So if you have Cowork, you go into your projects in Cowork. This is my newsletter hub. Here is the summary for last night's run, which ran at 4 a.m. So he does this on his own. Good boy, Claude. And he checks out all of the things. Now, he also lets me know what wasn't done and why. He ended up having to create a whole new tracker because the other one was locked. Even though I've closed it out, I don't know what the hell is going on with it. So he just started a whole new one. And then he said, this is a flag. This may or may not work for the swap in Connie's list because she's not supposed to swap for Mafia, but this is a Mafia book. What do you want me to do? So it gives me a little to-do list, and this is all part of the outputs that have happened within this project. I really like the way that projects are set up here. So this is the one we're working on right now. He's updated this. It's an HTML file, which looks, actually, I think that it looks pretty decent. This is our featured book this week, and this is one of the paid swaps. However, this is not updated, and I can tell because there's like nothing in here. What I'm going to do, because he's got this information here, is I'm going to go into BookClicker, and we're going to start actually looking at what we've got going on in BookClicker. So BookClicker is here. I've got, the first thing that I noticed is Pucking the Hockey Bad Boy. First of all, this is a paid feature, and it is not listed anywhere in here. So Claude did not grab it. Like, this is not, there's no Pucking the Hockey Bad Boy anywhere. So we're going to grab that. We're going to open it up. And yep, it's a paid feature. So let's open up the Amazon link and we grab, so this is what I've been doing. So we grab the image address and then I just pop it into Claude and I do that. And then I tell him paid feature, and then I'll say, and then I grab the title. And I'll grab the Kayla Kent. And then I'll tell him what the blurb is because he needs to rewrite it. So basically, Sage's newsletter is supposed to be a advice column. And then I go here and I grab my SiteStripe link, and I'm going to give him that one. Yep. And so see how here he's going, it's not in the current draft and it's a paid feature, so it gets the full Dear Sage treatment. Here it is. He's just rewritten it as an advice column. And, you know, it's always some fun little snarky thing, read this disaster. Basically, that's what I do with this, you know, and the readers love it because it's fun, it's different. I think the authors like it because they get clicks. So this has now been logged as a new paid feature. And now he's saying, keep it coming. So I've got this one mentioned, not paid. We put the image link in, we take this out and we grab the buy link and I give that to him. And then I get out of that. So I usually, this usually goes pretty quickly. I just double check. Look at that. I grab. Now this one is another feature in, which is really kind of cool about this one, is even though it's just a swap, I'm actually going to give this one the full treatment because it belongs in my Cupid corner. So I'm going to tell him that it's paid because then I don't have to argue with him about it. And the author on that one is Karina Walsh. And then I'm going to take here and I'm going to say blurb. And I'm going to copy this entire blurb, giving that to Claude. And then I grab the link. And so I have put everything in here. That's the cover. And I'm telling him this is going for everything. So I'm putting that in there next. And we're going to go into the next one. I always open a new window because that way I don't lose where I am because I'm blonde. So I lose I lose where I am all the time. If I open it in a new window, then I can find it. So with the BookFunnel, same thing. You just find the image address. Now, if you are doing swaps with Claude, that's what he looks for. He likes the image address instead of the actual image. He can pull it from there. It's easier for him to do the HTML swaps. And so it's a pretty decent thing. So that works. So we're going to do that. And then I say not paid, mention only. And then this is, since it's a BookFunnel link, you just pull the link from up there. And then I just put it there and I give that to him. And then I close out of that. So I've got all 4 of those. Now we go the next day. I've got a couple in here. So I pull that to new. He's got that all set. So here he's logged this. He's got the cover captured. He's got my little, oh dear, what's going on? He's got the rewrite. It's the same author as existing swap already in the draft. This is a different new book. So she's already in here. So she's going to appear twice. And so I'm going to say, I'm going to actually go back here and I'm going to say, yes. Let's feature with accidental Valentine. As you can see here, this is part of a big series that I did with a bunch of other authors. So this is the entire series. There's 18 books in this series. And this is Karina Walsh, and she has done a great job of putting the trope right there in the headline. Probably should have done the same thing, but I didn't, so we're there. But as you can see, these are the books in the series. I'm just showing you there's a bunch of other books in the series, so they're all matching. This was one of those projects that we did with a lot of different authors who kind of got together who were AI positive. I'm just going to pull out my blurb. So I'm giving that whole thing to Claude so that he knows what I want to do. I do want it to feature with, because they're the same type of cover art, same series, blah, blah. So I'm giving him that to do. We're going to grab this book and make sure that one, I believe I did see featured on the newsletter. It looks like it's right there. So that's good. It's already in there. Meanwhile, he has told me, okay, that's a lot of good content. He wants to know if he should rebuild it. We're not ready yet. So I'm telling him we're going to replace the link. I want this one to be a mention only. I still put the swaps in. I still try to be, pretty fair about it all. And as long as we just keep feeding him the stuff, it tends to go really fast. Okay, so in BookFunnel, I'm grabbing the group promos because one thing that I noticed right away is that the newsletter build didn't have any group promos listed. He completely left those out. So we need to have the group promos in here as well. So I told Claude for all the group promos should be the same as last week's email. I didn't see them in the one you built for today, so please pull those from last week's build and include for this one. They're all good until the end of June. So he's seeing that. He's pulling all of the group promos in. They're all in the Save Tracker and they're valid to the end of June. So he's got all that in there. So this is the final structure. I said, yep, that looks good. Go ahead and rebuild. He's rebuilt it, locked in. So we're going to take a quick peek at this new newsletter that he's created. So he's got, this is our new preview. We're still have our feature. We've got our spotlight, which it's good because that's the second one in that series. And then we've got another book in that series. It's kind of fun. And then we've got our other features. So we've got a little bag of tricks in this one. So that's good. They're all kind of featured in there. And then we've got our second opinion. So we've got all of our links here, which is good. Those are all together. Got to grab our freebies. And now we've got our group promos. So those are all set. And the really cool thing, so if we click on that, it's going to take us right to that group promo. Perfect. Click on that. It takes us right to here. We've got our links are working. They're going the right place. This is what I love about Claude is when I tell him, this is what I need, this is how I want it to look, and he's got it all set up. It's all in here. We're checking out, yep, we've got our fucking the bad boys in here the way he's supposed to be. So I'm pretty pleased with this. And then you go in and you check these links. He's got them all set. So as long as you give him the link to the cover and the link to the book, and I just randomly check. So I do double checks really, really quickly. Those are all correct. Looked at those. So we've got all of those in here. We've got all of these group promos that we're in are all in here. That's the mailbag. Be devoted, build the fence, save the kitten, read the disaster. And so that email is now ready to go. So this is the first version that I had to have him fix. This is the one that he created by himself on his own. It's still kind of impressive because he did, I mean, if worse came to worse and I had to say, you know what, ship whatever we've got, this isn't horrible. It just doesn't have all of the things that it needed. Like it has absolutely no group promos in here, which is a big no-no. So I'm in quite a few group promos, as you can see, and you get judged on your link clicks. And so if you don't have any link clicks, that puts you further down on BookFunnel's naughty list. So that is Sage's newsletter, all ready to go, all done here. He is letting me know what's in it, how he did it. Everything is over. He's got the close, the unsubscribe is in there. So it actually looks really good. So perfect. So we've got our draft right here. This is what we've just been working on, which is great. I want to look at the details. That's the campaign. Yep, he's got the subject line in there, which is just right. The recipients are the correct recipients, which is very important to make sure we have that. The only thing is this is only going out as one send. It doesn't have the auto resend on this campaign. I'm not going to worry about it right now. The newsletter is due to be sent out today. Normally I would have it scheduled and send it out later, but I'm just going to go ahead and send now. Essentially, that is how I use Claude to send out an email. And that's the whole thing. That's exactly how I do it from start to finish. Once you've done it once, it should be the same every time after that until things change again with Claude or MailerLite. So if this helped you, the best thing you can do is tap like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you want to go deeper, I've got more waiting for you. My Substack, my school community, and my website, all the links should be in the show notes below. So you've got this. I'm pulling for you. You're not too old. You're right on time. We are all in this together. See you next time.